Okay, let's do major and minor thirds. So a third, if you play a scale, is the distance between 1 and 3 in that scale. So it's that same shape that we use to stack chords, where you skip one and play one. And specifically, this distance is a major third. So each of the intervals we learn other than fourths and fifths is going to have a major and a minor version. The minor version is going to be a half step smaller than the major version. So this is a major third. This is a minor third. Or you can make it a half step smaller that way. So remember this by, just like with fifths at the very beginning, just count the amount of half steps between the two notes. So you could either say this has 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could say, oh, there's 1, 2, 3 between them. However you want to remember this interval, remember it with the amount of half steps. Okay. Then go around the circle and practice this interval above and below each note in the circle, just like we did with fifths. So above C, below C, above F, below F, B flat, E flat, back to C. And this isn't something that you just want to do once, because for your mind to grasp it is not enough. You want your ear to grasp it. You want your ear to hear it. So the next thing that we do, just like we did with fourths and fifths, is we go through and we write down melodies that we hear, melodies that we know that use this interval, both descending and ascending. Okay, so descending major third, when I just did this, nothing immediately came to mind for this interval, and that's fine. You're going to keep a running journal, so you're going to keep this in mind. When I play that and I'm like, oh yeah, this melody uses that, or when I'm learning melodies and I find one, I'll write it down. I'll start naming it, okay? Ascending. 2 songs came to mind with this because I've been listening to Taylor Swift a lot. So it's me, I'm the problem, it's me. And there's actually a descending major third, but it starts with ascending. So I don't remember what the name of this tune is. Just give it a name where you can remember it. It's Me, Taylor Swift. Another song on that same album that uses this right at the front is Maroon. When the morning came, right? So I wrote Maroon, ascending major thirds. And the way that I'm writing these in my journal is like this. Let me see if I can show you. Descending major third, I wrote down arrow, triangle 3. And a triangle is a symbol that we're going to use a lot to represent major. You could also write a capital M, but I use triangles for major and then hyphens for minor. So descending minor third and ascending minor third. And this major third is the primary component of a major chord. So a C major 7 has a major third in it. If it's a C major 7, then it has a major third above C. It has other things in it too. But this is the first thing that chord name is referring to when it says major. Minor if a chord is a minor chord, that means it has a minor third above the root. So here's a minor third. It's a half step smaller than the major third. So same thing, we'll practice this around the circle. Above and below F. B flat. And then we'll write down melodies that use a descending minor third. One just came to mind for me with this. It's not a song you're gonna know, but it's a song my partner and I sing around here that goes, humble yourself to the sound of the water. So I'm gonna write humble yourself. All that matters is that it's songs that you know, that you associate it with. All right? Ascending minor third. The thing that came to mind immediately for me with this is Martha, My Dear by the Beatles. Martha, my dear, da, 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 be good to me, Martha. All right? As I notice more, I'll write more in my journal. So, thirds. Major chords have major thirds, minor chords have minor thirds. Both types of chords are assumed to have a perfect fifth, unless they specifically say otherwise. So, a C major triad would have a major third and a perfect fifth, both in relation to the root note, to the note that we name the chord by. A C minor triad will have a minor third and a perfect fifth. Then we've got sevenths. And a seventh is the distance between 1 and 7 in a scale. So here's a major 7. A minor 7 is a half step smaller. Or, okay? So same process. We're going to go all the way around the circle and find a major 7 above each note and a major 7 below each note. And I think the easiest way to see this interval is to see that it's only a half step smaller than an octave. We're going down. Okay, so let's go around the circle with major 7ths. Name a song that we hear that uses it, and talk about how it's used in a chord. I'm gonna do it kind of quick. Above C, below C. Above F, below F. B flat. It's kind of a crazy sounding interval when it's all by itself. Descending triangle 7, ascending triangle 7, major 7. So descending major 7. So I've got a song that uses both an ascending and descending major 7 that immediately comes to mind for me, which is the Superman theme from the old Superman movies. So that theme goes. But this is a great melody because it kind of compares that sound with the octave. And I might be remembering the melody slightly wrong. It might go... Again, the point of this isn't that you... The point of this is your ears and your internal experience and that you recognize it. So that's what we're going off of here. So I'm gonna write Superman for both of these, ascending and descending. Major sevenths, okay? Let's do minor sevenths. So again, that's one smaller than a major seven, and that means that you can see it as being a whole step smaller than an octave, all right? In both directions. So we're gonna play it above and below each note in the circle. To C, okay? So I thought of a melody for descending down -7, up -7. I thought of a melody that uses ascending and descending in the same melody for this too, which is the Star Trek theme. There's an ascending minor 7. Here, that's a descending minor 7. So Star Trek uses and all right, Star Trek. So in chord symbols, if a chord says it's a major 7 chord, that means it has a major 3rd and a major 7th. So C major 7 means major 3rd above C, major 7 above C, and that perfect 5th is assumed to be in there. A minor 7 chord has a minor 3rd and a minor 7th. So C minor 7 and the perfect 5th. The other two combinations you can see of 3rds and 7ths are a major 3rd and a minor 7th, and we call those dominant chords. So they sound like this. And when we write that chord symbol, we just write C7. So if it doesn't say major or minor, it's a dominant chord. Again, that means it has a major 3rd and a minor 7th. And then the other combination that you could have is a minor 3rd and a major 7. All right? This type of chord we call a minor major 7 chord. All right, so 4 basic types of chords according to what type of 3rd and what type of 7th they have. We've got major 7ths, minor 7ths, dominant 7ths, and major minor, or minor major 7 chords. For now, we're going to focus on the first 3 of those because they're the 3 chord qualities that show up in this scale you've been practicing. Okay? So now that we've found these intervals around the circle of fifths, and you're getting good at recognizing them, not just in this session. Hopefully you're going to go practice these during the week. Once you're good at recognizing them, we're going to start recognizing the whole chord together and practicing that whole chord quality around the circle, okay? And same thing, we're going to talk about, oh, which songs do I know that use this chord quality in it? For now, just focus on those intervals. Go practice thirds and sevenths, major and minor thirds and major and minor sevenths, all the way around the circle in both directions, and write down what songs you know that use those intervals as they come to you.